to graduate school. I mean, I was very emotional about this. And I see that the Society of Women Engineers is on the line, or they were the Society of Women. I was having all of these challenges, and I went to a Society of Women Engineers conference. This is a true story, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be frank with you. I was flirting with some girls at the conference. Now, I'm not go to graduate school. I needed to take some prerequisite courses to get into electrical engineering, which I will later get my master's and my PhD in. And I was undergraduate and go straight to the graduate degree. And one of the girls was at the conference. She was actually at my school that I do. And you know, I don't know at what point, but I looked around one day and I said, you know, there will be no wires on any of these people. And that's actually the same reason why I pursue opportunities with NASA. I pursue opportunities with NASA because I knew that technology to go, their wireless technology will go further than anyone else's wireless technology. So that's why I pursue opportunities with NASA. So that's why I tell you, I wanted to work with them, but the point of being my study partner when I got to USF, and I think my first semester at USF, I made a 4.0 GPA. One of the next thing I want you to know is that sometimes you have to work extremely hard. Sometimes you have to overcome personal, financial, those classes that you think you will. Sometimes you have to pursue these things without an end in mind, meaning that you don't know what will happen. You see, for me, by the time I got to graduate school, I became really good at winning fellowships. So financially, I did really well in graduate school. I made a lot of money on top of tuition fellowships. I was rejected, remember? I was denied a lot of fellowships before entering into graduate school. But what I would do, I would take that feedback, work for NASA. We are still entitled to get funding and do research, and we have to compete for funding, even as NASA scientists and engineers. So that I want you all to think about is that you must explore a little bit to find out what is your purpose, what is the thing that you were put here, what to create, and the thing that you were put here to do, okay? And so even if you are a senior right now, if this is your last year, even if you have to delay, if you're going to graduate, internships give you a chance to figure out what you like to do, and then they also give you an opportunity to figure out what you don't want to do. Because remember different experiences, okay? I want you to listen to this. I'll say that again. Success is not to travel, for your genius. Again, what is your genius? Think about what's something that you were good at. So the next thing, and I'm gonna write this down, that you're good at, all right? And what I mean by good at is that what's something that you do the best at with the least amount of effort, okay? What's something that, yeah. I'm almost finished, you all. All right. So, again, you all were created for a purpose. The dreams you have are free. Oh, got somebody needs a little bit more time. Let's see this. Let's give it a little more time, because I want you all to really write this down. I want you to take this with you. I don't want you to throw this paper away. All right, so I'll be back. I'm talking about the fingerprint. You're unique. You're a designer's original. You were created for a purpose. There's something you can do on this earth that will change the way we do things, even if it's a small thing. This world and these things are going on that are as crazy as they are today with coronas, because we have a lot of people that's not doing what they're created to do. So our world is extremely competitive. Just every now and then it reset purpose. Don't forget, everything in your vicinity was created for a purpose. Why? And I've given you through college, but when I really enjoyed art and microwave. I really enjoyed creating microwave sensors, right? And so, in closing with you in some way, Get down on the paper. So first I asked you about your dream, then I asked you what you're good at, and now I'm asking you, what is something that that you would like to do, that you would like done more than anything else? For some of you, it may be a technology. Do you want to write? Sorry about the commercial.
Messages that forge brighter connections.
Can't get up. You can't get one of. All right, so I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. So this is real. This is not a hoax. I did a little research into this. Yeah, I want you all to see this when she balances it on her head. Research on her, and what I realized is that she's really a dancer, and dance was her passion. Okay, from dance she was able to learn how to do this, and because of her gift, because of her passion, she's able to do things that's simply amazing. Even in it only took her about 4 months. And I know some of you may be thinking to yourself, man, that's extremely difficult, but when you have a gift and when you have a passion, right, it should be something that you should give. You all have a special purpose. And I'll close on this. Take these things, your dream, the things you're good at, and your passion, and don't leave this paper up. Never forget about it. All right? And I'll close there and I'll open the All right. So are there any questions?
Participant question. To sir.
I didn't hear that well.
Yes, sir. If anybody has a query.
I think when you decide to, somebody's mic is open. You said, yeah, I think I just muted it. Yeah, so. All right, I think I actually muted everybody's mic. So somebody asked, what inspires me? And so I think that's a very good question. There are several things that inspire me, and I have to kind of take my NASA hat off to answer this question. So for 2 minutes, I'm not working. Motivates me is where I came from. I'm from West Montgomery, Alabama. And where I'm from, there was a lot of negativity. We have been to prison. When I was in graduate school, I think 80 to 90% of my cousins are a younger brother. I think he's 27. I have a younger sister who's 37. And in addition to that, so I really want to help people from circumstances similar to mine, that you don't come from much, from humble beginnings. That's why, this is a very good question, because I remember when I was an undergraduate, the internship, my schoolwork, because I like to travel and I really couldn't afford to travel. So I worked very hard because I knew that if I do good in my classes and I, again, score above the 3.0, honest with you, buy the money, applications, and I would win money, right? When, it's interesting, this is a great question. different parts of my life find different motivations. I wish I could tell you that I wanted to work for NASA because I thought space exploration was cool. I wanted to work for NASA because I wanted to learn wireless technology, because I wanted to be on the cutting edge of removing all of these wires and all these power lines. I've been to Delhi, so I've seen the tangle. How do you know your interest? That's a very good question. So, grades, and how did I find something that I was interested in? I think I sort of just answered that question. So, one thing I didn't tell you was, so I was a business. And I have to take my master's doing what